Welcome back to Real Food, and today we have a fruit basket delivered by M&S. This is one of their new food boxes, which I actually ordered some time ago, and I ordered this fruit basket at the same time as I ordered the other box, their main food box, and I've already done a review of their non-perishable food box. It is available, and there will be a link below, so if you want to check that one out. But something happened with this fruit box, actually, because they gave me a delivery date at the same time as the other box, but this fresh fruit basket simply didn't arrive. So I'll tell you what happened with it a little later, but first of all, let me show you what you will actually get in this box if you manage to receive it, So here we are. The box looks actually fairly good. It is medium sized, and it has got a lot of essentials. So it's got a good selection of pears, and these are conference pears. I really like them, and they're one of my favorite pears. They last a long time, they taste good, and they've got nice flavor. So then they've got essential apples. There's some kind of red apples, looks like Pink Lady, which is nice. It's a good expensive apple. And there's mandarins or tangerines. These are nice delicate citrus fruit, which is always good. So they've got a good selection. So there's at least 6 apples, and similar, and 6 mandarins or tangerines. They also have fairly generous serving of grapes. They've got 2 of these. These are grapes, red grapes. They are in these paper bags, which is very handy. You can just lift them up and use them, and keep the rest of your fruit in the box. This box actually provides nice container to store your fruit, because you don't always want to refrigerate it or put it somewhere in the sunlight or heat to spoil your fruit. So this box works really, really well. They've got bananas, which is essential, really. I really like them, and I always use them either for breakfast or as a snack. They're fantastic. And so they've got quite a good portion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think I've eaten one already, so about 8 bananas. Now we've got plums, red plums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6, yeah, so they like this number clearly, 6 in them. There's 6 of everything. And now we're going to this exotic section. So in this exotic section we've got, it looks like mango. Let me just check. Yes, it is mango. Green and firm. It will ripen, and mangoes are really, really good, actually, because they last. Again, they don't spoil very quickly, and you can use them even in cooking. So, and they've got a nice pineapple. Here it is, a beautiful pineapple. So it's a good essential selection of fruit. There's tropical fruit, there's European fruit, there's bananas, there's grapes, there's everything, really. So it's a reasonable box, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. But let me tell you now what actually happened with this box, because there seemed to be some serious delivery problem going on here. And I don't want to blame M&S for this, because they dispatched the box. They sent me an email that it was dispatched, and the other box did arrive. The other box was actually delivered by DPD, which is a courier I never have any problems with. So they delivered on time. In fact, they delivered sooner. But this box was sent by DHL, which was immediately a big surprise to me. So they sent this by DHL, and it was confirmed as dispatched. M&S sent me an initial email, then in a week's time, just before that delivery date on Saturday, they sent me another message to say it's on the way, and then nothing arrived. So it was a total fiasco. So this box went missing. So the day later, I called M&S to explain to them that one box arrived, the other one, there was no text message from DHL, there was no delivery, nobody bothered to leave a card or anything. I was at home all day. So I spent a lot of time talking to M&S about this. M&S then tried to get any updates from DHL, which was again another big fiasco. And to me, this wasn't a surprise. I've had so many problems with DHL. It's absolutely shocking how bad this service is. And you know what? DHL is not a cheap courier. They're considered one of the more expensive couriers. And the service you get with them is frankly, horrific at times, and you're lucky if you get your delivery. And I'm sure there are other, customers who will say, "Oh, we're okay, we never have any problems." But I've had problems receiving parcels from DHL. I've had problems sending. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost my parcels. My customers were very angry and very upset. So it's a really horrible situation, and there's nothing that can be done. They're such a mess. In such a mess, the company itself. Maybe individual couriers that do the final leg, they can be very nice and very good and try to do a good job. But M&S, for example, tried to get an update from DHL or find out what happened, and they couldn't get any information. Can you imagine? The website that does all the tracking, you click on DPD, the other box, you get an update, it says delivered, when it was delivered, so everything works. You click on the second box, DHL, and it's a total mess. Nothing comes up, the site is broken, everything. If there's no update, you don't know what's going on, and that's like sometime after they were meant to have this delivery already completed. So, and you know what, I have to say that DHL was in such horrible state and such a mess well before COVID or coronavirus or this pandemic situation. I immediately remember this story that not so long ago, DHL again nearly drove KFC into total bankruptcy. Do you remember this scandalous situation with chicken deliveries for KFC? All branches all over UK were out of chicken for a very long time because DHL made a total mess out of their chicken delivery. So it looks like DHL is now set to drive M&S into bankruptcy. Well, at least, the experience I had with them. So anyway, after long discussions with M&S, I am not actually blaming M&S because whenever I go to their stores are well managed, the staff is professional, and the customer service from M&S, when I spoke to them about this missing box, they were very helpful. But nevertheless, it's a mess, because if you order this and you see that it's DHL who's delivering your fresh fruit, there is a possibility you will not get the box, or it will not arrive, or it will arrive a week later, like in my case. So what happened in the end, after all this, a week later, randomly, without warning, I get this box delivered suddenly. I don't know if it's because maybe I spend a long time talking to M&S about this, and I explained to them the problems surrounding DHL, and that it's a notorious company that has a horrific track record when it comes to customer service and generally managing deliveries. Maybe they did something, well, anyway, or maybe they found, I've already mentioned a few times in my other reviews that there was this problem with Fruitbox. Maybe they saw that and they decided to get this box out finally. But let me tell you, the box itself is nice and the fruit is good. If you manage to get your box delivered to you, you're lucky if it's DHL. Or if you get another courier, you'll probably be okay and it's going to be no problem whatsoever. But sadly, when I spoke to M&S to their customer service, they told me they can't actually guarantee, for example, if I reorder, they cannot guarantee to me that my delivery will be by DPD, for example, which is an excellent courier, or some other courier. So there's a high risk that DHL again will make it a total mess. And for that reason, I may not necessarily be ordering these fresh boxes from M&S anymore, even though it's a nice fruit box. But maybe it will change in the future. If they get rid of DHL and they stick with couriers that actually do deliver, then perhaps I will reconsider. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this review of this box, so you know what's in the box, in what condition it arrives, the potential risks and problems with delivery you might face. It's, if it's not essential, well, if you don't really want it on a certain day, or you don't mind it arriving a week or 2 weeks later after the promised date, then go for it. You will get your box at some point in the future, or maybe not, you never know, because this was a surprise that it finally did arrive. So hopefully you'll find something useful in this review, and do check my other M&S box review, because the other box is non-perishable items, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind if that one was delayed or arrived a bit later, because it's all non-perishable stuff in there. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if you actually need something urgently, but in my case I would much prefer if they lost the other one for a while and got my fruit sorted on time. So do share your own experiences, and maybe it's just me being unlucky with DHL, and do share your own experiences with your M&S deliveries. I thank you for watching, and do check out my other reviews. There's a review of Morrison's box, which was fantastic. It arrived very quickly. I had almost no waiting time, all delivered on time, and fantastic service. There's another M&S box which arrived on time, in fact early, and this one that was a bit of a disaster, but it did arrive, and the fruit is in good condition from what you can see.